The 5th International Congress of the Commissaries of the Holy Land has concluded in Jerusalem, a week marked by fraternal listening and by understanding how to support and communicate the Holy Land in the world. The Catholic Action Foundation of Bethlehem celebrated the Feast of Christ the King on the 23rd of November, renewing its mission to be a space of safety and hope for the children of Bethlehem. For about 15 years, the Comboni Sisters have been opening roads and paths of communion in the middle of the desert through the Threads of Peace project and their commitment to early childhood education. In Bethlehem, the Vehicle of Hope was presented, Pope Francis's 2014 car, transformed into a mobile clinic for the children of Gaza. A powerful gesture that renews the Pope's appeal not to ignore the suffering. The intense days of the Commissaries continued until Tuesday afternoon, deepening the themes of supporting and proclaiming the Holy Land. It was also a moment to listen to these men and women who came from all over the world.
Over the years, my affection for these places has grown, because coming here, I met people and faces who later became friends. And so the desire was born to return to meet them.
In
this land, it is not only about encountering places, but about encountering concrete faces up to the face of the Lord Himself. As pilgrims do, they were able to go to some of the holy places to pray and celebrate, such as the Via Crucis held every Friday along the streets of the old city of Jerusalem. Saturday was entirely dedicated to Bethlehem, the stop in Beit Sahur, the Shepherd's Fields, and the celebration in the recently inaugurated Croatian chapel. Father Raphael Tayen, Latin parish priest of Bethlehem, presided over the Eucharist. Then came the visit to the Terra school and to Catholic Action. In Jerusalem on Sunday, the Commissaries lived a special moment in the Latin parish of St. Saviour, celebrating Mass together with the local Christians. In the afternoon, they experienced an immersion visit at the Terra Santa Museum, located at the Sanctuary of the Flagellation, guided by Father Eugenio Alliata, archaeologist of the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum. People think that there are only churches, but we also have schools, culture through the museum, and moments of community life with the people. There is therefore much more to present.
I'm a teacher, and it was very moving to visit the school and see the boys and girls, the teachers, and to know that with a small help, the Good Friday collection, we give some children the possibility to attend school.
On Monday, a space was dedicated to the presentation of the custody's communication work and to possible pilgrimage itineraries in the Holy Land. The day ended with a Eucharistic celebration presided over by Cardinal Pierbattista Pizzaballa.
Il commissario di Terra Santa è una figura poco conosciuta, ahimè, ma è molto importante.
The commissaries of the Holy Land are little-known figures, but of great importance. They are those who bring the Holy Land to the world, which means bringing Jesus to the world. They are true evangelizers, because through the Holy Land they can meet many people who often do not even attend church. God always makes use of instruments. He never speaks directly.
Apostoli, ecco, adesso anche I commissari sono un po' apostoli in qualche senso.
And to conclude these days of reflection, on Tuesday the 25th they celebrated in front of the edicule of the Holy Sepulchre, Holy Mass presided over by Father Francesco Yelpo, custos of the Holy Land. Many stories and many journeys have brought here, to the heart of Christianity, lives that unite for the love of Jesus and for the Holy Land.
Encontro como este questiona a gente, de certa forma provoca.
Before, there were the prophets or the apostles, and in a certain sense the commissaries can also be considered apostles. A meeting like this questions and challenges us.
è un stimolo.
Avere un concetto di creare.
Having the vision to create a bond with the Holy Land is more important, and now I will try to take with me what I learned here and spread these things to our confreres in Korea and to the Korean people.
Anche come popoli coreani.
It is very important for us to make the connections, the relationships, and to change the experiences and to live fraternally who remain here and protect and save the for us most important places. Because the center of our life is Jesus Christ, and He must be the middle in our life.
Questo congresso e questi
This Congress and these meetings help us to go deeper and to understand. Starting from the people who have lived and worked here in these places, they help us know better the history of the Holy Land, so we can share it with people and with pilgrims. I think for us it is a new beginning. It is part of our mission as commissaries to encourage people to form groups to bring them here to the Holy Land. And so, giving their lives in places near or far, in arid or fertile lands, in simple or complex contexts, from the youngest to the oldest, they embrace their vocation as ambassadors of peace and witnesses of the resurrection to the ends of the earth. The custody and its ambassadors, who are present in several countries of the world, are close. They are here because we want to begin again, because we want to listen to the cry of these peoples and of this land, bring it to all the churches of the world, and at the same time invite people to return, to draw near, to come close. The Catholic Action Foundation of Bethlehem celebrated the Feast of Christ the King on the 23rd of November, when the Church recalls that Christ is the true King whose kingdom is made of mercy and peace. On the occasion of the patron, the foundation renewed its mission, to be a place of safety and belonging for the children of Bethlehem, and to ensure that the presence of Christ the King remains a source of strength and hope.
هاي مناسبة عظيمة نحن نقدرها عاليا لسبب إنه عيد يسوع الملك ليس.
This is a special occasion because the feast of Christ the King is not like the others, and Christ the King is not like other kings. We are proud that Christ is the patron of our foundation, and this fills us with great joy.
ويغمرنا اعتزاز كبير أن يقترن اسم وعيد مؤسسة العمل الكاثوليكي بعيد يسوع الملك.
Today, when we celebrate the occasion of 100 years of the foundation of this feast, which is founded 1925 by Papa Pius XI, today we want to also inaugurate this stone, which will always stay here as remembrance for this feast. We also want to pray today for all the youth in the world, especially in this challenging time, youth of Bethlehem on all the world, here where Christ was born.
The Catholic Action Foundation is committed to the Church's mission of serving every person. It promotes values of belonging, love and peace. It helps to build a stronger and more united community despite all challenges.
مؤسسة العمل الكاثوليكي ولدت من رحم الكنيسة قبل أكثر من 70 عام.
The Catholic Action Foundation was born from the heart of the Church more than 70 years ago and is a refuge for families, young people and children. It has adopted the slogan of the Great Single Family, founded on the principles of service, generosity and volunteer work. At the same time, The foundation is a platform for putting into practice the Christian values taught to us by Jesus Christ, above all love, fraternity and forgiveness.
المحبة أولاً وقيم الأخوة وقيم التسامح.
A work that offers a living witness to Christ and helps bring his kingdom into the heart of the world. Those arriving in the Holy Land and crossing the desert regions will see in the distance a few huts or improvised shelters. There live the Bedouins, a name derived from the Arabic word Badawi, meaning inhabitant of the desert. This people have a long history of nomadic life, moving with their families and herds of camels, goats and sheep in search of pastures and water. 7 kilometers from Jerusalem on the way to the Dead Sea lies the village of Abu Nawar. With permission from the local leaders, the Comboni Sisters accompanied us to visit the kindergarten built thanks to the tireless work of these missionaries and others who, over the past 15 years, have walked alongside one of the poorest populations in the Holy Land. Every day, Sister Cecilia and Sister Lourdes visit 2 or 3 villages, seeking to be a presence of Christ capable of bringing life and hope.
La relazione adesso con noi e loro è molto vicina.
The relationship between us and them is now very strong, but it is the result of a journey begun by our sisters Aziza, Alicia, and Agnes. For us, it was easy to continue their path because we were welcomed with open arms. We cannot do much, but being at their side, listening to them, making them feel that there is someone walking with them, this for us is what truly matters.
Loro sentono che c'è qualcuno che ascolta, qualcuno che ha accanto, qualcuno che cammina con loro. So per noi quello davvero importante.
In the village of Abu Nawar live 30 families. Without electricity, they rely on solar panels for energy and must face water scarcity. 2 years ago, the men lost their jobs and the income from livestock breeding decreased due to travel restrictions. For Jihan Frehat, the only teacher with a degree, life in Abu Nawar is not easy. Their culture and very existence are constantly under threat. She wanted to study to give the children a future.
I love dedicating all my experience, all my energy, and all my effort to the children, and I hope to see them grow up healthy and educated. The kindergarten is very important. You can clearly see the difference in the children when they start elementary school. The first things they learn are behavior, discipline, and even simple gestures like holding a pencil correctly. If they learned these skills only at home, they would never be able to do it properly. Here, they make friends and the kindergarten becomes their second home.
Another project involves the women of the village who began working thanks to the sewing course Threads of Peace. This initiative is supported by those who purchase the handmade embroidered bags, suitcases and scarves created by over 120 Bedouin women.
Allora Figli di Pace è venuta come una iniziativa per restaurare.
Threads of Peace was born as an initiative to restore Palestinian embroidery. In this way, they were able to reclaim this treasure of their identity, and it also became a blessing that gave them the opportunity to earn an income for their families. While all the husbands and men of the villages have been unemployed for 2 years, from 2023 until today, the women of 10 villages now have an income.
2023 adesso donne di 10 villaggi hanno un ingresso.
Rimal is 18 years old and has dreamed since childhood of becoming a nurse or doctor. Thanks to Sister Cecilia, she learned to embroider in less than a month and is very happy to do something that can truly help her.
When I grew up and saw the situation, my dream faded because I couldn't finish my studies and life in Palestine is very difficult. It's hard to think about the future or to have dreams or anything else. We live taking for granted that we will live long enough to see tomorrow.
These sisters who live in the town of Bethany, following the example of Jesus' friends, Martha, Mary and Lazarus, continue to welcome Christ, the same Christ who walked these lands and drew near to them as a friend and companion along humanity's long journey. Caritas Jerusalem, together with Caritas Sweden, the Custody of the Holy Land, the Latin Patriarchate and the Caritas Internationalis, presented the Vehicle of Hope, the car used by Pope Francis in Bethlehem in 2014, now transformed into a mobile clinic to offer care to the children of Gaza. The initiative, announced on the 25th of November near the Basilica of the Nativity, recalls the Pope's words and his appeal not to remain silent before the suffering of the smallest.
With the initiative Vehicle of Hope, we want every child we reach to feel seen, heard and protected. The rights and well-being of the child come first. This vehicle stands as a testament. The world has not forgotten the children of Gaza. With the Caritas Jerusalem staff on the ground, this effort builds on decades of service in the most challenging environments. I am convinced that this convergent Pope Mobile can truly serve its purpose, namely, a practical tool for humanitarian workers and a genuine vehicle of hope for those who need it most.
We know for the last more than 2 years we have seen the level of destruction in Gaza and the level of violence here in the West Bank. We have seen more than 1 million children displaced. We're pleased that we have here a serious contribution towards the healthcare of children of Gaza. It is a symbol of hope, a hope for the future, a hope for reconciliation, a hope for the health of children of Gaza.
We know how much Pope Francis loved this land and how deeply he desired peace in the Holy Land. He called the community of Gaza every day to check on their condition, and he never interrupted this contact, not even during his stay in the hospital. We hope that his desire will be fulfilled and that through this initiative we can bring help to the children of Gaza who urgently need it. While waiting for the necessary permits to begin activities in Gaza, the Vehicle of Hope is part of a broader initiative aimed at restoring a collapsed health system and bringing hope and renewed life to the hearts of the children of Gaza, marked by 2 years of oppression, displacement, and suffering. In Jerusalem, music and poetry came together in a special evening with the Magnificat Institute to celebrate the 800th anniversary of the Canticle of the Creatures, an intense event that paid homage to the timeliness and beauty of St. Francis's message. From the 26th of October to the 27th of November, the Curia of the Custody of the Holy Land hosted an exhibition born from the encounter between the poetry of Father Luis and the painting of Father Balou. A dialogue of colours and words that becomes prayer, contemplation and witness. Open yourself to a gesture of solidarity and support the mission of the Custody of the Holy Land. The Christian Media Center spreads the good news of Jesus by making known to the world the spirituality of the holy places and the lives of the Christians who live here. Your contribution will help us bring the proclamation of the risen Lord, the most urgent of all, to men and women of every language and nation. To help us concretely, open the QR code. Your choice makes a difference.